Here's a question I like to ask executives. What shapes your culture more? The values written on your wall or the behaviors of your leaders consistently reinforce? See, I don't think those two things carry equal weight. Organizations spend a lot of time talking about culture. They write value statements, they launch initiatives, they hold town halls, they create communication campaigns. None of those things are bad. They just don't move the needle on culture. Look, culture doesn't change because people hear a different message. Culture changes because people experience different leadership behaviors. Like, here's what I'm saying. If a leader says accountability matters but never addresses poor performance, what becomes a culture? If a leader says teamwork matters but then rewards individual behavior, what becomes the culture? If a leader says people matter but never makes time to coach or develop them, employees, well, they don't believe the message. They believe the behavior. That's because behavior is what people experience, not intention, not aspiration, behavior. Here's something I repeatedly say to leaders. What you repeatedly reinforce becomes culture. What you repeatedly ignore becomes culture too. That second part is easy to miss. See, because silence reinforces behavior just as effectively as recognition. Every time a leader overlooks a missed commitment, avoids a difficult conversation, fails to recognize someone living the organization's values, they're teaching the organization what is actually important, whether they realize it or not. That's why the Inspired Culture Operating System focuses on leadership behavior. Not because values aren't important, they are. But values become culture only when leaders consistently model them, reinforce them, and repeat them. That's where culture actually changes. Culture isn't built by what leaders intend, it's built by what leaders repeatedly reinforce.